Yeah, this is my voice. How is it? Is it squeaky or staticky? How does it sound? Sound, as you may know, is composed of waves, not ocean waves. Those are caused by tidal forces, but instead vibrations. Think of it this way. So you hit a tuning fork and it causes waves in the air. Compressions are areas with a higher air pressure, and rarefactions are areas with a low pressure. This is interpreted into a graph. This graph represents the sound made by a constant tone, such as the sound created by the aforementioned tuning fork. Notice how the compressions and rarefactions line up with the peaks and valleys of the graph. The height of each wave represents amplitude, or how loud the sound is. The valleys are the rarefactions, and the peaks are the compressions. The wavelength is a distance from a peak to a peak, or a valley to a valley. This wave repeats over and over and over again until the sound stops. The pitch is determined by the frequency of the wave, or how close together the peaks and valleys are. The speed of the wave divided by the wave's length gives you the frequency. Since the speed is always consistent at usual temperatures and pressures, the frequency is pretty much determined by the wavelength. Longer wavelength, lower pitch. Short wavelength, high pitch. These diverse waves are picked up by your ears in a very effective and elaborate process. I'll only go through it in minor details, since you don't really need to know how ears work to understand the physics of sound itself. Keep your eyes peeled for another video on the ear. So the idea is the vibrations hit the eardrum, which begins to vibrate. It transfers the vibrations to the hammer, which sends them to the anvil, which sends them to the stirrup. The stirrup pushes on the oval window, which separates the airy outer ear from the fluid-filled inner ear. The window pushes on the fluid in the cochlea. The tiny hairs inside the cochlea sense the waves being made due to the oval window being moved. They pick it up, turn it into an electrical signal, and send it along a nerve that takes it to the brain. But what about you? Sure, you're picking up the sound that's coming out of my mouth, but it's going from my mouth to my microphone, which picks it up and sends it to my computer, where I put it in this Powtoon and upload it to YouTube so the whole world can see it. You click the video, the sound goes from YouTube to your speakers or earbuds and plays it out so that your ears can listen in. It's really pretty simple. My headset's mic receives the sound, causing its diaphragm to start vibrating. Using the ADC, or analog to digital converter, it changes the vibrations into a whole lot of numbers that get stored for later. To play it back, the DAC, or digital to analog converter, changes the numbers back into a sound wave. It is then amplified and given to the speakers to produce the sound. And that's how it works. Thanks for listening in to this episode of Getting Smarter. Keep an eye out for more videos coming soon. Bye.
Created using Powtoon.